Mabuhay, Kamustika, welcome, how are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. You have mail. Send a love letter to your Filipina. This is going to be a short video with a helpful idea that you can use to show some love to your Filipina. Please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea for help and perspective for pursuing and marrying a Filipina and get notifications for upcoming videos. Today I will explain an out-of-the-box way to do something romantic for your Filipina, or at least maybe it will be sentimental, that you can write it either way you want. Remember that pursuing doesn't stop with marriage. And I have done this myself. Well, I will explain that. What I have in mind is to write her a handwritten letter, a love letter of sorts, and mail it to her, even if you are married and living under the same roof. She won't expect it, and I think she will appreciate your thoughtfulness. Hopefully, you are sending her regular, if not daily, text messages, letting her know how much you value her, how much she means to you, or just to say hi. I need to hear ideas like this because I am not a romantic person by any means. I think some men consider themselves to be romantic, and they are better at thinking of ways to do things like that, but it certainly doesn't come naturally to me. But I wanted to share this one with you. Now, I used to hear women wanted a romantic guy, and I couldn't figure out just exactly, what I was supposed to be doing. Like on dating sites, are you romantic? Or how romantic are you? And it's like, how was I supposed to be romantic when I didn't even have a girlfriend? Was I romantic? And how would I know that? But since I married my Filipino wife in 2015, I can finally be romantic. Being romantic can also include the day-to-day gestures like displays of affection and kind words. Putting these words down on paper allows you to take your time and think about what to say. And you don't have to write a novel either. Some ideas on how to do this are to write about, for example, events you have shared together, such as special vacations, special events, your honeymoon, wedding, etc. Just say, honey, I was just thinking today about the time that you met each other for the first time. That's something else you can mention. The time she did something for you that you haven't forgotten about. Regular things she does for you. Little things, maybe future plans together. What you are thankful for. Your commitment to her. Romantic dates that you've had. Tell her why you love her. How she makes your life better. Is there a woman in the world who wouldn't appreciate that? No. I will post a link in the description box about something called Things to Consider Before Writing a Love Letter. Jordan Gray gets the credit for the article in that link. I would encourage you to read it and give writing a love letter a try. I believe you'll be glad you did it, and it will be appreciated by the Filipina you are dating or are married to. Now, I like their very first point called calibration. That's the only one I'll mention, which I take to mean making the letter appropriate for only her. Describing your thoughts and feelings in your own words so she knows it comes from your heart to hers. And this link will help you to fashion a letter she will not soon forget. Now, I did this sort of for my wife to read when she went to the Philippines one time without me to tend to a family matter. And we were going to be away from each other for the first time, since we had gotten married. Now, it takes 4 flights and thankfully only about 27 hours total time to get there. That's if you're making good time. And I thought it would be a good idea to write something she can read, while she's in the airport or in the plane. And I wanted her to look at it more than once. And if I recall, it was at such a time when I knew she would need some support and encouragement, and I just felt like I wanted to have her have that letter so she can hold on to it and remember the things that I said. And at that time we were 4 months short of 4 years of marriage, been married 6 years plus now, but we had built up enough experience for me to have plenty of things to say. And I wish I could share it with you, but this love letter was only for my precious Isa to see. A love letter doesn't need to be long. Mine was kind of long because my intention was to recall the significant, they're all significant in their own way, moments in our relationship and just touch on those. I want her to know I remember them. Those moments were important to me. how we've grown in our relationship and talk about my commitment for the future. I felt like this was a time she needed to hear some strong words of affirmation from me with, so much going on in her mind. So a romantic letter is sure to please your love beyond the sea.